If you're here for the battles, check the timestamps in the description down below. I'm going to be talking about this team for a little bit, and if you want to use this team, the rental code is on the other side of the screen from me. It's on the right side over there, so check it out. It's a lot of fun. This team was shared on X by Alex Gomez, who's a very, very good player, so I don't know if he necessarily built it, or if this was a team that's been used in competitions. I'm not entirely sure, but when I saw Zacian, I was, my interest was piqued. And then Regidrago, I was like, yes, please, let me try this out. I want to try it. And it is super, super fun. So the team, Whimsicott is kind of different than Whimsicots I've used before because it has the Cotton Spore instead of the Encore. And actually, Cotton Spore is really fun. I didn't realize that it hit both of your opponents in a double battle. It doesn't affect grass type Pokemon, but it's super, super cool. I didn't realize how it worked, but it just drops the speed by, I think, 2 stages. Then, of course, there's the Wellspring Ogerpon, very normal. There's the Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, that's also very standard. The Amoonguss, I would say, is pretty standard. It has Sludge Bomb instead of Pollen Puff, and it is what it is, right? But the main meat and potatoes, the main super fun part is Regidrago and Zacian. Now, I don't think I was really able to show just how powerful Zacian is with this team in the battles you're about to see, but what was really, really cool is that since Zacian, with, the Rusted Sword, and then when it triggers the Intrepid Sword, it becomes Steel Fairy. That Fairy typing completely walls all Dragon moves from Miraidon, and then Terra Ground walls all of the electric moves from Miraidon. So I found that it has a very good matchup against Miraidon because pretty much every Miraidon right now is Choice Specs. And if it is either the last Pokemon on their team, they can't swap out, or you just get a really good opening turn and can Terra, then you just absolutely annihilate most Miraidons. I felt like the team just have really good matchups in general. I think Regidrago, I wasn't totally sure on speed tiers, and I think that was very apparent in the videos. I kind of made some calls that probably weren't the best, but the Dragon Energy is super fun. The Terra Blast Ghost Terra on Regidrago is super, super cool too. I don't think I hit a single Draco Meteor with this team, so that was a little unfortunate because I needed to hit Draco Meteors. But it's a super fun team. It's very, I don't know, it felt very fresh from some of the other teams I've played recently. And so I just had a lot of fun because I know, Zamazenta is having its time to shine right now because it got body press. Zacian is not really doing that good because of, with the nerf of Zacian and Zamazenta, you only get the proc once, the plus defense or the plus attack. So it's definitely not nearly as good as it used to be, especially with the Paradox Pokemon where you can continuously proc it as long as you have the electric terrain or you have the sun up. So it's definitely not nearly as good because there's so many Intimidate users, and Incineroar is on pretty much every single team. I still think it's super fun. I definitely think if you're interested in playing Zacian, definitely check this team out. It's super, super cool. But that's a whole bunch of talking, not a lot of playing. Let's go check out the battles. So Kyogre, cool. Definitely like Amoonguss in this matchup then. Even though you got the Ice Beam, I still think Amoonguss is going to be kind of cool. So with Kyogre, I feel like Archaludon is, especially with Archaludon usually having body press, I feel like that's what we're going to see. So, is it going to be Kyogre Archaludon? Is it going to be Tornadus Archaludon? Are we going to be seeing Incineroar lead early on? Now, I think Zacian should really be the Terra most of the time. So what do we want to do here? I think Ogerpon is actually pretty good in this matchup. The reason why I like Ogerpon in this matchup is because of the Water Absorb. So, we got a little kitty. Got a little kitty right there. Little kitty face popped up. So, okay, I gotta focus. So, do we want to lead Zacian? I don't know if we want to necessarily lead Zacian here. I definitely don't think... we could. Oh, little kitty's still there. Little kitty head. Why not lead Zacian? Let's see what you have. We have the Ogerpon and we have the Amoonguss. I think that's kind of needed for those, to be honest with you. You could argue Regidrago, but let's go for this. we're trying it out. We'll see how it goes. I am not super confident in this team just yet, so who knows what happens. But we will see what their lead is going to be. Because I either, you know, we're going to see something, right? Tornadus Archaludon. There you go. So Tornadus Archaludon. So we could see a Rain Dance right off the bat, right? A Rain Dance with Electroshocks. That kind of means I want a Terrazation right away. And I don't really think we have anything else that I want to do. So we could just go for the Tailwind. I like just the immediate Terra. Now, if you go for a Protect, that's the only thing. You know what? Let's play passive because we did play pretty aggressively last turn. So let's just go, or last game. And I lost that game. I don't think that game will make it because it was bad. And we played too aggressively, we lost, and we kind of lose first turn when that happens. So I just want to see... Okay, goes for the Taunt. Super interesting. And then what does Archaludon? Maybe just for like a Body Press? Oh, goes for a Flash Cannon. Okay, so you... Oh, into Zacian. Cool. So, okay, so let's definitely go for the Tailwind. And then I think we go for the Terra Ground Sacred Sword. So we don't see any swaps. So I'm hoping that it's just a Flash Cannon or a Body Press is what I'm hoping for. And we might be able to get a big old hit. It goes for the Protect. Fair enough. Okay. Let's go for the Tailwind. That's unfortunate. Well, because usually they're AV, right? Usually it's AV. So it's like, how was I supposed to know that you have Protect, right? How am I supposed to know that? I don't. There's so many variations to Archaludon. I'm just so used to seeing. I don't even think about it anymore. And so here's the biggest thing, right? You could swap out Archaludon here, knowing that Zacian, you know, is Terra Ground now. You could swap into Kyogre. And that's kind of what I'm thinking, is you're going to make a swap into Kyogre. So I almost like the idea of just going for a hit into the Archaludon, unless you swap out Tornadus. You go for a Terra. What if this is Terra Ghost Archaludon? I'm going to lose my little mind if it's Terra Ghost Archaludon. Okay, Terra Dragon. That actually is kind of nice for the Moonblast, at least. And you also aren't AV. So that's really cool. That is kind of helpful since you aren't AV. Are you sturdy, Archaludon? Crit might have mattered there. I'm not entirely sure on the EV spread for these Pokemon, but I don't know. And it goes for the Bleak one. That's fine. Brings Whimsicott down to its Sash. We probably want to swap. I guess the scary thing about... kind of scary thing about this is if you do bring in... Okay, so you bring in Rillaboom. This is kind of scary. You guys don't have Tailwind, and we have Tailwind for 2 more turns. I do really want to swap. That is what's unfortunate, though. We gotta hope y'all miss your Bleak Winds. Let's go for a Protect. You could just be going for a Fake Out Bleak Wind, but I want to at least want to kind of like try to pivot a little bit. See what we got going, because I could see like a Grassy Glide coming out into the Zacian slot to try and get a big old hit. Okay, so he just just goes for the Fake Out into Zacian. Okay, cool. And then goes for the Bleak Wind. Makes sense. Kind of surprised we haven't seen Kyogre yet. Yeah, that's a big hit into the Amoonguss. It's a big hit. Not a fan of that. Now, I can't Rage Powder, unfortunately, because Rillaboom just doesn't care. Rillaboom's going to be like, I don't care. You can Rage Powder, I don't care. So, not great. Now, we can Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom. I think Tornadus, though, is kind of the scary threat at this point. like, for the in-game that we have, Tornadus is a very scary threat. Let's go for the double into the Tornadus. That's fine with me, because, unless you go for a big old wood hammer. Okay, you go for a grassy glide. Oh my gosh, the grassy terrain heal was huge there. Oh my gosh, we are so lucky we had the grassy terrain heal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man. Whew, okay. But that's nice because that gets rid of... Basically, it makes it to where the in-game is going to be a little bit easier. Yeah, there's the Kyogre. You got the taunt off. I could see just like a grassy glide and a... I could see a grassy glide and ice beam right this turn. So if it is going to be a grassy glide ice beam, we almost kind of just want Zacian to go down. If I'm being honest with you, because... Well, oh, I can't protect. I'm unable to protect because I'm taunted. I think maybe what we want to do is, if we kind of almost just want a double KO right now. Let's just go for this. If in case that they're not, yeah, they go for the grassy glide, that's fine. I kind of just want to take the double KO because I want to bring in Ogerpon and I want to bring in Whimsicott with, yeah, and there's the Ice Beam. Probably one, okay, it doesn't one-shot, but, so we get a Sludge Bomb off, which is nice. That's a big hit. So I want to bring in Whimsicott, right, get off the Tailwind, because we need speed. How do I want to play this with Ogerpon? That's, like, the biggest question. I don't know how I want to play this with Ogerpon. So goes for the Protect. I think I might be okay with that. Also, we know that it's not Scarf now, which that's kind of huge. We know that it's not Scarf, and knowing that it's not Scarf is really nice because now Whimsicott can kind of come in and have some fun. Now, Moongus goes for another Sludge Bomb. We love to see it. Oh, we get the Poison too. Yo, that's actually kind of big. We did see the Terra come out from the, because that, that stops Rillaboom from healing a whole bunch with grassy terrain. Amoonguss did shake off the taunt, which is awesome. And so we could go for... This is the question, right? So I could go for the Rage Powder. It's not going to stop Rillaboom, though. That's the only thing, is that it's not going to stop Rillaboom. And we have 3 turns of Tailwind. I kind of want to just go for the Protect and the Spiky Shield. Because this allows us... We still have 2 turns of Trick Room, or of Tailwinds. And what this is, this allows me to see what they are targeting with their Kyogre. What is Kyogre feeling? What is Rillaboom thinking, right? So that's cool. So it goes into there probably because they, predicted the double Protect there. Or the Spiky Shield, at least, there. So if you're going to go for a U-turn, I almost like the idea of going for the Terra. I really like this idea of going for the Rage Powder and the Terra. Because, but what, oh wait, no, we can't Terra, because we already Terra'd, never mind. I still think we go for it, and problem is if Rillaboom does not die to poison. Yeah, it goes for the Protect. I should have gone for the hit into the Rillaboom. Yeah, we should have done that. I should have gone for the hit into Rilla, and we messed that up. We messed that up. I threw the game there, because now you can just U-turn Ogerpon for a ton of damage. You could go for the double here, right? Because we still have Tailwind for one more turn. So pretty much hinges on, do you get the double protect? You do not get the double protect. Okay. We do get a lot of heal back, which is nice. Goes for the Ice Beam. We take that relatively well, and we land the Spore. Okay. Well, because this could have been like Goggles Kyogre, right? We know that it's not Scarf, but it could have been like Goggles Kyogre. So it's like, oh, it's Leftovers Kyogre. Okay, so definitely a bulky Kyogre then. Definitely Mr. Bulk Boy. So now we can kind of see too, do we just outspeed the Kyogre in general? Okay, no, battle was canceled. So we definitely, through that second to last turn, we were lucky that U-turn did not crit, and we were lucky that the U-turn just did not straight up knock out. Like if it was a Choice Band Rillaboom. We knew it wasn't a Choice Band Rillaboom because we saw multiple moves come out from it, from the Grassy Glide and U-turn. But I think that was a throw. I should have predicted the Kyogre Protect, and I should have just doubled into the Rillaboom, because that would, probably what I could have done, right, is I could have attacked into the Rillaboom, done you know, like an Ivy Cudgel and a Spore. Because the Ivy Cudgel would have knocked out, and then the Spore would have targeted into the Kyogre if the Kyogre went for an attack. So I think that probably was the safer of the play. Fortunately, we still won, but at what cost, right? I think we didn't play it super great, but I'm glad that we still won, and I think that in-game we did rely a little bit on the bulk from our Mons, and we did really kind of hope, hey, no crits. But that was a good first match, because that'll probably be the first match of the video, and I'll see you in the next battle. Ooh, the Miraidon team. Okay. This is cool, because this is a Miraidon similar to Rajan Ball's team, but instead of the, I don't remember what Iron Boulder is in replace of. I probably should remember, but I don't. But this is still a cool team. Now, I really like the idea of just Whimsicott Regidrago at the beginning. Now, thing is that they could see that and go with their own Whimsicott, kind of go with their own Farigiraf. They could really just go for Trick Room in general, since Blood Moon goes well into Zacian, goes well into Chi-Yu. I don't really have, you know, you have Miraidon to counter my Amoonguss. So I kind of foresee, but you have to bring Incineroar. So I foresee Miraidon, Incineroar, Farigiraf, and Blood Moon. Question is, what do we see from the beginning? I could kind of see Farigiraf, Blood Moon to start. I'm just worried about leading. I'm worried about leading Zacian to start, right? I'm worried about that because I don't want to just go straight into a... I don't want to go straight into an Intimidate. The reason I brought Regidrago Drago is because I think that, you know, the Draco Meteor can be good. If we can get it into a good position, then Regidrago is going to be able to do a lot of damage. It's just, we got to get it into a good position. Okay, so we see Miraidon and Whimsicott. Okay. So, not the best. Not the best at all. I kind of like the idea of going for a Tailwind. Ooh, you know what we could do? We could go for a Cotton Spore. Into the... Oh, it hits both. No, I think we go for a Tailwind, and I want to go for a Spiky Shield. I don't know what this Miraidon is going to go for. I feel like Miraidon is definitely the type of Pokemon that's just Volt Switch, Volt Switch, Volt Switch, Volt Switch. So that's why I just want to go for a Tailwind to match Tailwinds if something happens, and then, you know, we have the Spiky Shield if you go for a Volt Switch or an Electro Drift. I think that those two moves actually make contact, even though they are special attacks. They go for the Terra. What is the Terra here? Now, we could also see a double into the Whimsicott slot, which would be bonkers, but this, you know, if we see the double, we still get off the Tailwind, unless you go for the Speed Tie Taunt, and in that case, Okay, but we match Tailwinds. I kind of like the idea, though, of going for the Cotton Spore. I'm going to be honest with you. I like the Cotton Spore idea. I think that's really neat. Goes for the Electro Drift into the Ogerpon. So that is good to know. You do take a little bit of damage. I really like this Cotton Spore idea. I don't want a Terra, but I do want to go for an Ivy Cudgel. Because I don't think they're going to be predicting a Cotton Spore to bring down your HP, or bring down your speed, which should allow for me to outspeed. Now, you could just swap out Miraidon in general. You do not swap out Miraidon in general, so we could see a double into the Ogerpon. Now, I'm okay if you want to go... Oh, you go for the Encore. Fair enough. I probably should have read that. Do we get the double? We still get the double, so I am okay with that. I'm very okay with that. I think you're kind of going for, like, a... Yeah, so now we gotta swap. Now we have to swap, and... We could see the Encore into the Whimsicott slot. Now, I'm kind of okay if they go for that. If they go for the Encore into the Whimsicott, I'm kind of chill with that. I won't be honest with you. Electro Drift is going to do a lot of damage, but hey, we're lowering your speed. So if you go for the Encore, and that's the thing, you're dropping your Miraidon speed a ton. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with this move. Because I'm just gonna keep my Whimsicott in now, and now I have the speed advantage. And you go for the Electro Drift into the Whimsicott. You do get the one shot, or you get, bring me down to sack, which is true. But now I feel like I can kind of just swap in. So what's more important in this matchup? Honestly, Ogerpon is not as important in this matchup as Zacian is. So I definitely want to bring in Ogerpon. And then I could just go for the Dragon Energy. Right? What's stopping me from going for the Dragon Energy to get the knockout? Yeah, it doesn't hit into your Whimsicott, but it's going to hit into your Miraidon, which has only used Electro Drift, so it really seems like it's specs. Okay, so you swap out. That's fair. That's totally fine by me. And you go for the Iron Boulder. Okay. Okay. I'm okay with the okay with that. Ah, go for the speed. Okay. And then goes for the Moonblast. Yeah, so now Dragon Energy is not going to do a lot, but that's I'm okay with that. That's still actually some pretty good damage. So, you do have the speed, and Iron Boulder can hit through Protect. So, I almost just like the idea of going for the Horn Leech, and then go for the Terra Blast, right? Like, we can't Protect in front of Iron Boulder because of the move that it has that hits through Protect, the Mighty Cleave. Oh, goes for the Mega Horn, and we avoid. Wow, that is actually kind of amazing. That is, that's RNGesus looking out for us. Thank you so much, RNGesus. We appreciate you. And, I went for the Horn Leech because I thought, hey, if we take a little bit of damage, we can just heal it right back up. So... So, here's the thing. We could actually go into Zacian here, expecting Miraidon to come back out. Ah, it's the Incineroar. That's unfortunate. That's like... maybe they were like, yeah, we expect Zacian to come out here. That's fair enough. So, here's the question, right? You're probably going to go for an Encore into my Ogerpon, right? You go for the Encore into my Ogerpon, and you go for probably like a Fake Out into the Zacian. I personally don't want to... I want to get some damage, right? I want to get some damage out, so if you go for the Encore there, and I don't want to just take a Fake Out. I also don't want you to just be able to continuously cycle. Yeah, so you go for the Fake Out. I didn't want to Protect here because I don't want to get Encored the next turn. Okay, goes for the Tailwind, so we could have swapped in Ogerpon. I honestly thought you were going to go for an Encore, So I should have just attacked. I don't know why I went for the Horn Leech anyways. Okay. I'm so mad at myself. I misclicked. Oh, I'm so mad right now. Oh well, don't worry about it. I'm so freaking mad. I misclicked because I thought I was already targeting the Whimsicott with Zacian, but I was not. So I freaking was an idiot. Oh, I'm so mad. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It is Cotton Spore. So you are a Cotton Spore with Encore. Wow. Oh, well, I think we might have lost this one because I misclicked, and I'm so sad now. Oh, we still get a good hit off, though. Yo, crit was so clutch. Crit was so freaking clutch. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. If we had gone for the Behemoth Blade... Well, you know what? Okay. Okay. You know, now it doesn't look as bad because of the crit. The crit made us look good, actually. The crit actually made us look good. So surprising. So, okay, so you are fast. So here's the thing. Miraidon is fast, but you cannot click Electro Drift. You have to go Draco Meteor. So because you have to click Draco Meteor... Yeah, but you have to click Draco Meteor here unless you have another move. And that's the thing, right? Yeah, you have to click the Draco. Which, you know, does suck a little bit, but now you're at -2. My Whimsicott can come in. I can set up a Tailwind. The Terra, honestly, that crit was humongous for us. So it goes for the Moonblast. That's not a lot of damage. Okay. So here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, is you will be faster with your Whimsicott. How staggered are we on Tailwinds? You have one more turn of Tailwind, so we do kind of have to go for the Tailwind here. So honestly, we could also see an attack going into... I think we got to set up the Tailwind, but we could honestly see... Yeah, we're going to see a Moonblast going into the Whimsicott because Miraidon can't damage us, right? So the Draco Meteor... Oh. Still gets the one-shot? Oh, GG's then. Oh, that's too bad. I really thought we could pull that out, but man, that's unfortunate. Maybe what I should have done in that scenario, since we knew that Whimsicott was going to be attacking because it had to attack that turn, what I should have done is I should have gone for the Cotton Spore, get the -2 on... But they still had Tailwind up, right? So I could have gone for a double protect... Blow. Oh, you know what? I think that's the play. Go for the double protect. Waste their Tailwind turn. So then they either have to attack into Whimsicott, go for the Encore, or whatnot, right? Like they have to then make a decision. The next turn I can then Cotton Spore, but most likely you are not going to be Encoring my Whimsicott. I go for the Cotton Spore. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because we were also Cotton Sport, so that's a tough. I'm not sure what that end game was. Let me know what you think I should have done in the end game there down below. I don't know what I should have done, but let's check out. Let's look for the next game. Okay, we are looking at another Miraidon. Okay, but it is a little bit different because that is Iron Hands and Cyrilege. So this screams to me way more Trick Room. This screams to me like more Trick Room. And so I kind of foresee like a Miraidon Iron Hands lead almost, or yeah, kind of like a Miraidon Iron Hands lead, a Farigiraf Iron Hands lead. That's kind of what I foresee coming out from here. Zacian is going to be so good in this matchup. Honestly, Ogerpon is going to be pretty good, too. I don't know what I want to... What do we bring here? Okay, so what do I predict their 4 is going to be? I honestly predict for Rigorath, Iron Hands, Miraidon, and Blood Moon. That's what I foresee. I don't really foresee Ceruledge coming out. Like, maybe Ceruledge could come out, but I don't see them bringing Whimsicott at all. So, because it could be like, you see, that's what I'm worried about, is if it's just for Rigorath. Let's go Whimsicott, Ogerpon with Zacian and Regidrago in the bag. I don't like it, but I'm not thinking super great. I'm thinking too slow on what I should bring, and that's not working out for us very well. So let's see what happens. I'm expecting to go up against Heart Trick Room, though. We're leading Whimsicott just in case it's an out, but oh, Miraidon Whimsy. Okay. So that's not bad. That's really, like, that's not bad. So I definitely feel like we should go for the Tailwind, and I definitely think we should go for the Spiky Shield. This, because, you know, Miraidon could be going for a Volt Switch, could be going for an Electro Drift. That's just, you know, what's going on. Also, apologies if you hear my thingy going off in the background. The dryer. I put my clothes in the laundry, and now the dryer's being like, hey, get us out of here, please. So, but yeah, apologies if you're hearing that. Okay, so we're matching Tailwinds. I like it. And I want to see, what do you go for? So it goes for the Electro Drift. Okay, so it goes for the Electro Drift. So we could see an Encore come out, which is what I'm worried about. That's why I want to go for the Cotton Spore, and I kind of want to swap in Regidrago. I don't, because if you go for the Encore, right? You go for the Encore into my Whimsicott. Doesn't allow me... Oh, you just hard switch. Okay. You just go for the hard switch into Ursaluna. Man, I kind of wish we went for an attack now, don't I? But you could always be going for an Encore into my Ogerpon, because you're just like, hey, I don't want to take an Ivy Cudgel if they call the switch, so let me just go for the Encore that covers the bases. We go for the Cotton Spore, so that's kind of nice there. Kind of, not really. And then, yeah, goes for the Encore. So... hey, at least that kind of worked out for us. So here's the question, right? This Blood Moon Ursaluna, I want to Terra Ghost Regidrago. We could see a Protect from this Ursaluna and a Moonblast from the Whimsicott, and because of that, I kind of want to just double into the Whimsicott slot. Or actually, what if I go for a Moonblast into Whimsicott and then I Protect? Expecting the Ursaluna to go for a Protect. Because that's kind of what I'm reading here, is that Ursaluna goes for a Protect. Boom! Look at that. We made a call. And then I'm expecting a Moonblast into my Regidrago. I wanted to break a Sash or something, right? Like, I wanted to deal some damage. And then goes for the Moonblast, right. So now, we kind of have some liberty. Because what we're able to do, right, is I can go for another Moonblast into the Whimsicott, and then I can go for a Draco Meteor into the Ursaluna. If we miss the Draco Meteor, that sucks, but, you know, it allows... Oh, you could go for an Encore. Ooh, I don't like that. That's actually a little unfortunate. Okay, so you withdrew Ursaluna. This might be Miraidon. And, no, it's Ceruledge. Okay, it's Ceruledge. Interesting. And then we just get the Moonblast off. Awesome. So now we have full speed control on our side. I'm really glad that... And then do we hit the Draco Meteor? No, why would we hit the Draco Meteor? Dude, I don't think I've ever hit Draco Meteor. Come on now. It could be a Shadow Sneak. And the reason why I'm thinking we could see a Shadow Sneak here is because... it would allow for the Dragon Energy to do less. So we have one more turn of the... I just want to go for it because we have the Tailwind Dragon Energy, right? Now we see the Terra. Probably going to be a Terra on the Miraidon so that you don't get a super effective Dragon hit into you. The Tailwind just pewtered Oot, so you know, it's like we're gonna have the speed control to our advantage. Dragon Energy might not kill. Okay, so you go for the Protect. I'm kind of okay with that, because we get the Tailwind up. I could have probably gone for a Draco Meteor, but I feel like at this stage, Dragon Energy would do more damage. So I just wanted the speed though, and oh, we almost get the knockout. He survived, but that's really good for us. That's really good for us because yeah, that's a super effective hit. I'm okay with that because you know, we have not used our Terra yet. We're going to see the Miraidon switch out next turn. There's honestly no way that we don't, because he wants to make sure that he has terrain on his side. So what I feel like we can do is I'm going to go into the Ogre Pawn, because I don't want to use Zacian yet, right? I don't want to bring in Zacian yet because I want to try to get the Electro Drift in. So we have Tailwind up. Miraidon's going to be switching out, right? So I don't see why not to just go for the double into the Scarlet slot. Because you're not going to go for another Draco. Yeah, see, you withdraw the Miraidon. There's no point in not withdrawing Miraidon, because you want to make sure that you have you want to make sure that you have terrain, right? You want to make sure that you have terrain. We get the knockout into the Scarlet, so that's absolutely fantastic. Here's the thing, right? Is that unfortunately, we don't have a spread move. It would be really nice if we did have a spread move, but we still have the Tailwind in our favor. And what I honestly want to do is I want to go for... We know that Miraidon cannot protect, right? So I want to go for the Cotton Spore just in case, for some reason, Miraidon can now protect. But we have the Tailwind in our favor. The Cotton Spore allows for, no matter what, for us to go first pretty much. This is kind of like the safe play to make sure that Zacian in the back can kind of just run through. But Ivy Cudgel comes out first, knocks out the Miraidon, because pretty much every Miraidon nowadays is Specs. So if it was Scarf, that also would have kind of covered the base. Now we're going to see probably a Blood... Okay, Hyper Voice. That doesn't knock us out. So we can just kind of go for the... we could go for the Horn Leech to keep around, but I feel like, yeah, you go for the Canceled Battle. But that was... I think that was probably one of the best matches I've played. I'm glad we had a 360 from the last Miraidon that we fought. I felt like we kind of had a chance, but unfortunately, we didn't play super well. This one, I feel like I predicted hard Trick Room, but I'm glad with the Pokemon that we led with, just because I felt like it was a safe option. If it was, maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe the lead wasn't great against hard Trick Room, but we didn't see hard Trick Room, so I'm happy about that. But I think that battle was good. We controlled it really well. The leads, honestly, in this meta, in Regulation G, I feel like leads are 70% of the game. If you have the lead correct, then you have a great chance on being able to win. If you have the lead wrong, teams are so hyper offensive that you can just immediately lose to needing to swap out, or you just are playing from behind almost the entire time. So leads are super important. Luckily, we made the right call on the lead, even though I don't think we led as well for hard Trick Room. But that's the video with the Zacian team. Let me know your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.